Hi, this is Keith with How to Build Your Own Home, and I want to talk to you about flipping homes. No, I'm not talking about flipping them to make money. I'm actually literally talking about flipping homes. You'll find that you'll be on a lot site, and when you start to get things ready and you want to start to build a home, it doesn't fit there. The easement's not working great. If we have it there, the garage is in the wrong spot. And what if we flip the home? Yeah, that'll work out just great. So that's what flipping homes I'm talking about. But in this home, we flipped it this way, and then we flipped it that way. So that really frustrated my framer. He says, you need to get the architect to redesign this. I said, no, you don't have to do that. So about 2 days ago, we were out here. It was a sunny day. And I said, there you go, it's flipped. So basically, when we held the plan, meaning this is the print version of the plan, we held it up towards the sun, we saw the backwards image of it. And so he was able to get oriented that way. A lot of times I've seen framers where they'll actually take the plans and hang them up in a window and hang the plans backwards so the light coming through the window, now they can see, they can orient themselves with the plan. So we saved ourselves quite a bit of money by not having the architect redraw the plans and flip them. So I've done this a lot. Framers don't like it. I don't recommend it. It's really confusing, but we had to do it. We had no choice because we had to put the garage over there. As I've spoken to in previous posts, we had a turnabout, and that gave me a more gradual drive, so now I can enter the garage from this direction. On top of that, the architect, who I will not mention, originally designed the home for the garage to come in this direction, but I have no depth, meaning if you had a long car, it wouldn't fit in the garage. By having the garage enter from here, same dimensions, now we have a deeper garage. Now I can put some water heater and whatnot over there in the corner, and that solved a lot of problems. I could go on and on about all the issues with regard to the original design, but we solved those by flipping the house. And you'll find that a lot of developers do this all the time. They'll plot out a home and they'll find out that two entrances are really close to each other, two homes in a subdivision. Well, if they flip it, they put the garage here and that entrance to this home over here. Now it gives the homes more open space, they feel like they have more space to their home. So flipping a house is not easy. It's not recommended, but sometimes it has to be done. But keep in mind the two tricks. Hold the plan up to the sun, then they can see it. And you'll see if you were to hang out here for a while, my framers would, they take the plans and flip them around and hold them up to the sun, and now they orient themselves, because it's very confusing. You can't go to the plan just like this. It gets to be a little frustrating. A couple of things on framing. This here is a very contemporary home, and so the roof plan is a very flat roof. It's not got a pitched roof, not a gable roof, not a hipped roof of anything like that. It's all one plane. And as a result, we had different wall heights on this house. And so my framer needed that. Typically, this truss book doesn't come until the truss package comes. So I had to go grab that, get that here, so that he can orient himself to the plan. On top of that, I went to the truss plant and I went and got a picture, and I sent that to him. I took a picture of the screenshot of my engineer at the truss plant, and they gave a three-dimensional view of that truss, of those trusses. Now I can get that. There's a really nice app. It's a tech app where you can actually download it, and you can actually see the three-dimensional view of the truss of the whole roof line. It's pretty cool, but a simple picture was just fine, and he oriented himself as well to that. One thing I wanted to walk you through over here and show you a hiccup I ran into and how we solved for that. Let's go over this way. Okay, I'm at a post here. This is a spot footing for a post that's going to go up here. Well, this post was supposed to be right here. But there's a really, really nasty boulder here. It was huge, and I didn't want to extend the cost to bust this thing out just to get that post right there. So we moved that post 4.5 feet to right here. I contacted the truss plant just before they manufactured them, and they beefed these trusses up just enough to cantilever 4 feet out this way. solve the problem. The excavation on this would have been another $1,500 just to get that out. I don't know how big this rock is, and by my luck, the rocks in this area, well, that's another nice boulder, another huge one. I didn't want to mess with that, so we moved it over this way. Saved some money that way because the truss plant says there was no additional cost. They just altered the truss configuration to cantilever out 4 feet, so we solved some problem right there. You'll find that when you're in the framing stage and just before everything starts to go vertical, you want to make sure you got a week off or 2 weeks off, because you're going to be running back and forth just to make sure everything's lined out. Once everything's lined out and your framer has everything they need, then it's great. But you're going to find yourself, it's kind of a headache for about a couple of days, and I've been through a headache for a couple of days, and now everything's lined out. He's all squared away. I'm good to go. So I'm excited about that. We'll give you some more posts on this home. We made a lot of adjustments to it, and kind of excited to get this thing going vertical. It's taken a long time to get where we are now. So stay tuned, and make sure you subscribe, like, share the channel. That helps with getting us out there. This is Keith Kelch with How to Build Your Own Home.